Welcome to Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. I'm Tobie Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 73 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. This week, we will consider Winter Solstice as we continue our mystic journey. Hello, dear friends. I am so sorry for the lapse in these episodes. This is the second such apology because moving is never as smooth and easy as I hope. I am providing you with a solstice episode and will offer thoughts on the new year shortly. Some of the most interesting aspects of this move, from decluttering to packing to moving to unpacking, is that the continuity of environment I count on has been totally disrupted, and with it the flow I usually enjoy as a spiritual girl in a physical world. In fact, the emphasis has so very much been on the physical that at times I have lost that much needed space in which to allow spirit to speak. I am looking forward to getting back to my normal soon. So without further ado, here is the solstice episode. Good Yule, happy solstice. The longest dark night of the year heralds the beginning of the return of the sun for longer spans of time during the day, bathing us in its healing light. I am one of those creatures who suffers from too much darkness, and I welcome this moment as a promise of growth to come. I have missed more than a couple, of weeks of creating and sharing episodes with you because I have been deeply embroiled in all the aspects of moving. Every moment involved final packing and the disappearance of cherished and practical belongings taped into boxes for an indeterminate time. As the light diminished and my possessions one by one disappeared, there was both a sense of loss and of liberation. My crystals and books were, to my senses, gone, and with these the familiarity of my surroundings, which became more barren, leaving me with a feeling of bereavement. I packed a few transparent bins of these items so I would know which containers held those things which are most precious to me. On the other hand, there was, with each sealed box, a growing sense of liberation. I was preparing to leave the hustle and bustle of city life. I was moving closer to the time when my lifelong vision of living and writing by a river would come true. As I sit now at our table by the window, looking out on the river, flocks of geese and ducks fly by as the sun creeps out from behind the trees on the farther bank. Too cold to sit outside and listen to their calls, I delight in the fulfillment of my dream as the water flows past and the light grows. One of the things we can do during this longest night, and for the long nights to follow as we grow into the light, is to contemplate where we have been and where we are going. A sort of year-end reckoning of our lives and the paths we are on. It has been, nationally and globally, a difficult year, full of challenges. With each new day, some sort of unsettling occurrence or news encroached upon us. It challenges us to remember who and what we are and try to discern the meaning and importance of what we are experiencing. Why are we watching the suffering of thousands, perhaps millions around the world? Why are the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer? Why are we not yet living in harmony and the grace that brings? Why is there a pervading darkness that threatens to blot out the light of our true reality? For surely, even in the darkness, We are still, each and every one of us, creatures in and of the light, created in and of the energy of love through which this light shines. In this time of deepest and longest darkness, we choose to remember that we are indeed spirits having a physical experience, and in that choosing, embrace our light and the light of others, that light being the spark that shines brightly, even in the darkness, from the space of our soul. As the light grows outside the window, revealing more of the river and the ducks and the geese, I am more sure than ever that the reason for rivers is to remind us of the flow of life. The river contains this flow, and while always in the same place, it is always moving towards some far distant place it does not know, but trusts that it will always exist. We are living our lives in a metaphorical river, our spirits always in our bodies, moving toward a future we cannot know, but in which we trust are the experiences and knowledge we are here to gain. As the light begins to grow, I hope that each of us will allow that always glowing light within us to shine and brighten the world around us, and in doing so, join with the larger light to show the way to a better and more loving existence on this plane. As we gather in the next week to celebrate in myriad ways the return of the light, it is my hope that we can use this time to gather and center in and through the blessed light of love. I want to end this episode with the hope that each of us can find our way out of the darkness and into the light of a new year with, it is hoped, new ideas, hope, faith, and blessings. Know you are a deeply loved aspect of the universe. Please join me next week for episode 74 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt, when Spirit will surprise us with new ideas as we continue our mystic journey.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, tobiehewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I'm available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through tobiehewitt.com.